Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to We Are Not Entertained. I'm Brock Gordon.
And I am Tommy Haley.
And Tommy, Full Gear's happened.
Full Gear. Oh, let me turn that off real quick.
Yeah, you might want to. Full Gear has happened. And,
Literally yesterday as of recording this.
yes. Neither one of us watched it.
I had to work.
I just didn't care.
Play Minecraft.
Last night? No, I was watching college football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what I did. Exactly the thing I did when I got home.
I watched a lot of college football. Oh, it was so good. I got to watch the Mizzou game.
Let's save our talking for BTT.
Oh, that, yes.
Let's save all the talk for college football on BTT.
So Macy can complain about it with us. Because I know that she'll want to do that.
Full Gear was Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen, it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of good matches.
Yes.
Just some notable matches.
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
The Acclaim came out and got their butts whipped by Dante Martin. Because that happened on the pre-show.
I guess that did happen on the pre-show.
I know that.
So pre-show stuff, Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa beat Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose and all that.
Why this match happened.
Why this match happened, I don't know. They needed a pre-show match, or a buy-in match, or I guess.
There are much better matches that they could have had, but anyway.
I believe Full Gear opened with MJF Darby Allin?
Yes, it did.
Which was a really good...
And guess what, Tommy?
I didn't watch...
It wasn't flippy shit.
Dude, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch psychology.
Dude, I didn't watch it, but apparently this match was fantastic.
Yes.
As much as you hate Darby Allin, he's really...
No, I don't hate Darby Allin.
Well, certain people can hate Darby Allin.
I like Darby Allin.
Really?
He's one... Yes. Huh. He's actually one of... So when he does the fucking... Well, he doesn't do flippy shit. But when he does his high-flying...
He does just a...
Which is good.
Which is just a...
Because that's it.
A top row back.
That's it. Yeah, pretty much. Senton.
Whatever.
So it's a senton.
He doesn't flip, though.
Yeah. No, you don't flip
Wait,
on a
that's
senton.
the swanton.
Yeah. Senton is just... Well, senton's more butt. Anyway.
He has a good name for it, coffin drop.
Yes. But no, like when he does his flying shit, it makes sense, and there's a purpose for it. It's not like, a certain match that we'll get to later on in this review. Where they just do it to do it.
MJF beat Darby Allin via pinfall.
With
the
headlock.
With the headlock in the ring.
No, with the headlock. Just with the headlock.
He hit him with the ring earlier.
No, just with a headlock.
It says he defeated him via pinfall.
With the headlock.
It says he defeated him via pinfall. But okay.
Beat him with the headlock.
Okay, whatever.
Headlock takeover to pin him.
I don't know.
To win.
They said it was a really good match. I saw certain snippets from it. I'm like, damn, this must have been really good.
I want to go back and watch it.
I kind of want to go back and
not this whole show. Not the whole show.
For certain matches.
Main event. This one. I guess that's really it. Just
Punk
two.
And King, not Punk and Kingston?
Shit, I forgot.
Punk King. So there's... We'll get later to it.
Yeah.
Next match was the Tag Team Championship match.
I don't want to go...
Lucha retains. That's all you need to know.
Flippy shit happened. Also, Dax might be hurt.
I think? I have no idea.
I hope not. I will cry. It is snowing in Green Bay. They just showed a shot.
It's snowing?
Yeah,
Good.
It's snowing.
Okay.
We have snows. Oh, guess what? Touchdown Vikings!
Okay. All right, we're getting off track.
We have something to plug after we finish Full Gear review.
Yeah. So next match was...
We are flying through this, by the way. Slow.
Yeah, I know. The next match was for the final spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm sorry. The AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament. Sorry, did I say that on accident?
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Hell, I said that when we went to Dynamite on Wednesday. This past couple Wednesdays ago.
Yeah.
It's... Can I say their WWE name?
No.
Miro and Bryan Danielson, also formerly known as Rusev and Daniel Bryan. Formerly known as. The artist, how, remember when, that time where it's, the artist formerly known as Goldust?
Yeah, but that was a Prince spoof.
Yeah, but you get the point.
Yeah. It's not like Heroes of Wrestling when Yokozuna was billed as the former Yokozuna to get around copyright.
But either way, what can you expect? I mean, this match did for real, like
Delivered, and we
no,
called
but
it.
this match also for real happened on SmackDown too.
Yeah, yes, as Tommy has alluded to, we've mentioned here.
I said that.
On the
Remember,
show.
I said that as a joke, and then I was like, "Wait a minute, did they actually have a match against
Yes,
each other?" And then I was like,
I knew they had to have.
I was like, they were both on SmackDown at one time back in like what 2016.
2016, 2018, 2017, 2019.
During that time, during like 16 to like 9 through 19.
Hell, 15 because
Okay, 15 through 19. But either way,
yeah.
it's a good match as expected between those two.
Damn, there was legitimately a.
Dude, they had some good matches during this show.
No, I'm thinking because Brian was out 16, 17, came back 18 because that was Ronda's debut at that Mania.
And that was his return at that Mania.
Yeah. And then he was there 18, 19 with. So yeah, he probably wrestled Rusev quite a few times.
He probably did wrestle credit.
Anyway.
But either way, once again, we did not watch the show.
No.
So, but I was just going off on what Twitter was saying, and they said this was a good match.
And I was sitting
Which
here,
was the wrong thing to do sometime, probably.
and I was watching college football, crying a little bit on
I
the
was
inside.
working
Crying a little bit on the
during
inside.
during this.
Yes.
The next match. Oh, by the way, since Brian won, he is now technically he is the number one contender for the title now. Which
Can you imagine
we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that.
It's gonna be so good.
Shh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. The next match was Christian Cage and Jurassic Express versus the Super Click, which is it's just the Bucks and Adam Cole in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
No. From what I've heard, this was chaotic, and
It's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Of
I
course
know,
it's
but
gonna
not
be
a good chaotic. Not a good chaotic.
Did you see the GIF of Luchasaurus doing a
Undertaker.
Undertaker?
Yeah, and that was one of the spots where people were like, "Come on!" Like there was a lot. This was the one match that I saw.
We've watched him wrestle, and he really doesn't do a lot of stuff like that sometimes.
No, he does some goofy stuff, but
Yeah, but
This-
not an
this
Undertaker
was-
like that.
no, which is why it was super dumb. But this was the match that online I saw a lot of hate, like the most.
A lot of
hate
people were
for.
like, really?
The most of the hate that was generated on the show was generated from this match, which I ain't gonna say nothing
don't
about
know.
why that could be, but
I don't know. It was...
it totally couldn't be because of you know who.
Either way, they ended up winning.
Yeah.
It's Falls Count Anywhere. They could have
Yeah.
fell on each other.
Jungle Boy won after hitting a concerto on Adam Cole.
I think so. I don't know. I didn't watch.
Possibly.
I didn't watch it. I just saw what I saw on Twitter, which was kind of somewhat of a mistake.
Yeah.
Except that match. That one was very mixed.
Yeah. Speaking of mistakes, the next matchup. This was the portion of the show where it really
Let's see. After this match, we had. This was the.
So there was two. There were two matches back to back that were. So the street fight and then this one.
we
that you're
had
about to
two
say.
low spots right here. It got
Yeah.
at this point.
These were the and then another one later on in the show.
So-
That's where I saw a lot more hate too.
Where? That one? Yeah, I guess I can
I
see
saw a
why.
lot of hate for that one too.
So the next match is Cody Rhodes and Pac versus Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. I did see Malachi's intro, and I thought that was some cool shit. It looked cool.
Unfortunately, that was about the only
Unfortunately,
impressive
that
thing
was the
about
only
this
thing
match.
I remember. Unfortunately, that was the only thing I remember about the match.
Because it was a lot of, well, can they trust each other? Can they work together? Fucking sucks.
Yeah, I saw all this stuff. I guess Cody and Pac ended up beating Malachi and Andrade.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
The next match was
A high point. So
at this point during the pay-per-view, a mega high point.
I would say it's the highest point of the show, but the main event.
Until the main, this was the
Yeah.
highest point of the show and match of the night. Until I guess I would say that was match of the night.
Yeah, I would say it.
The match in talking is CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Everyone was hyping this match up, and it delivered all the hype.
It delivered.
And it delivered all the hype. And did you see that during the match,
He hit the 5 moves of doom.
Punk did a little rib to the fans and did the 5 moves of doom?
Yep. Oh, it was so good.
Well, he technically did 4. He didn't do the 5. He didn't do the 5
No,
knuckle shuffle.
he got him set up. He went and flipped him off. And Kingston flipped him off.
He only did 4. He didn't do 5. He didn't do the 5 knuckle shuffle.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But when he flipped off Kingston, Kingston flipped him off.
Oh, dude, it was amazing.
So good.
CM Punk wore the shorts, not like his little,
Not the long tights.
not the long tights,
Not the Speedo.
not the speedo. He wore the shorts.
Like some shorts, which I was like,
we're talking like the Ring of Honor kind of shorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But still the same Chicago
With Chicago, I mean.
Chicago stars and stuff. It's the Chicago flag, so.
In my opinion, what I saw from this was match of the night. Darby Allin versus MJF is a insanely close second.
Yeah.
Insanely close second.
Main event.
At this point.
No, I'm talking overall.
Or
tonight.
overall.
It for me, it definitely goes Punk, Kingston,
MJF, Allen, and then the match
Brian.
later.
No, Brian.
Brian.
I preferred. From what I saw, I preferred. Again, it might just because Kenny Omega was involved, and he did do
spoilers.
the main event.
Oh yeah, I guess that was the main event.
And from what I saw, he did some stupid, goofy stuff. Per usual, it's Kenny Omega. What else do you expect from that walking mop? Ultimate Warrior wannabe.
Either way, Punk ended up getting the win from Eddie Kingston. Post-match, Punk tried to take Eddie's hand, and then, nah.
That ain't happening, brother.
That ain't happening.
That doesn't work for me, brother. And then, speaking of...
And then here is what I would consider...
we went from
hold on.
tremendous matchup...
Hold on, here's the
pure shit.
Here's the death spot.
God. It's not even the death spot. It's called... Nobody cared about this match going in. They still had it, and it sucked.
Oh, sorry. The super death spot.
Yeah. It's called Jericho, Please Retire. It's called MJF Should Have Beat You at All Out. Am I wrong?
There was a rope break at 2 at point, like, something.
Yeah. Am I wrong? That MJF should have won,
yeah.
especially after this?
I mean, looking at it now, kind of.
Yes! Oh my god, can you imagine he could get off from that? Being the smug.
Oh, he would have got nuclear heat, and I would have loved it.
And he would just been going around, I retired Chris Jericho! I retired Chris Jericho!
Alrighty, the super mega no one gave a shit spot, or as every local wrestler likes to call it, a death spot, was the Minneapolis street fight between the Inner Circle and Ethan Page, Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, Junior Dos Santos, Andre Orlovsky.
Andre
Orlovsky.
Yeah.
And Dan Lambert. In a Minneapolis
Brandon Walker.
street.
I mentioned it to you, what, last night?
You mentioned this to me off air.
Yeah.
Like when we were talking about something we were going to talk about on BTT Tuesday.
Yeah. And I mentioned that Dan Lambert just looks like Brandon Walker from Barstool, who we have met.
And now, guess what? I hate you because I can't unsee it. I
haven't been able to unsee it this whole time. I'm like,
great.
That's just Brandon Walker.
Great. Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, well, whatever. It is what it is. You have to suffer like me. What?
Nothing. It's snowing in
Why?
Day.
Oh, I thought so for context, Tommy just looked at me and gave me the poggers face. And I was so confused.
Alrighty, other than that, I didn't see
Inner
this match.
Circle
I guess
1.
It was Inner Circle 1, okay. So,
speaking of stuff that pissed me and Tommy off.
I'm very indifferent about it.
No, you reacted a very similar way to me.
So, as we talked about in a prior... Was it literally the last one we did?
Why is there a dog barking upstairs?
I have no idea. Oh, God, they brought their dogs. Great.
Okay. If there's noise upstairs, Tommy's family has family over.
We have family over!
For Chiefs Raiders. And I guess they're all rooting for
I have no
either
clue.
team.
No idea.
And me and you are just going to be sitting there going, huh?
Oh, I'm just gonna be sitting like,
I'm just gonna be sitting there going, my team won.
So I think it was the last podcast we did?
1 second, I can tell you.
I'm pretty sure it was the last podcast we did, right?
You mean the last Wayne?
Like the last Wayne we did.
No. 2 ago.
Two prior to that.
Yes. Two
last week.
2 Waynes ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
We talked about the Ring of Honor basically releasing a lot of their main talent. And
Tommy's getting mad. Again, we'll plug something halfway in between because we'll have time to plug it.
So as I was saying, like 2 weeks ago, Ring of Honor basically
shut down
and just released a lot of their top talent.
Everyone. They released everyone.
Literally everyone. They just said release everyone. They're taking the first quarter off 2022 to reevaluate all their stuff. Calm down. As much as that sucks, I hate it as much as you do. I hate it as much as the next guy.
I'm talking about what happened on the show.
Everyone, a lot of people coming up to Full Gear, like the build up to Full Gear, everyone knows someone is making their debut that just signed with AEW was making their debut. Because they like to do that. They don't like to tease big name acquisitions other than CM Punk on Rampage, because I was like, come on.
Yeah. It was in Chicago. It was the debut episode. It was in
Chicago. No, it was literally the second episode of Rampage in Chicago.
It
was like the first dance. No, the first one was in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
They don't like to debut a lot of big name acquisitions
on television.
On national television.
Except Sting.
That was basically like a pay-per-view, like for, I don't know how to explain it.
It was a TV special. It was basically a Clash of Champions.
It was like a clash. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's the best way to explain it. It's a Clash of Champions.
But not Clash of Champions.
They don't like to debut a lot of big name acquisitions. They didn't do it with Moxley when they did Double or Nothing. Who else can I think of? Brian Cage at Double or Nothing.
Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson.
Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson at
Christian.
All Out.
Christian? Did he just... That was a pay-per-view, right? Or was that on television?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Either way, so to get to my point is, so Ring of Honor released all their talent. All their talent are free agents, so they could go wherever they want. No 60-day compete clause and all that. Which it's like, you would think some people would already sign with different companies.
Bandito,
I think a lot of people have.
For the most part, if they don't want to stick with...
If they don't, they had the option to stay with Ring of Honor.
I think
but they're just not going to get paid.
Several are going to stick with them.
One in particular showed up to Full Gear.
Something to yell into.
As a guest, please, because I don't want them hearing you.
Oh, as a guest.
Well, prior to this. So Tony Schiavone's doing all his stuff, and he's like, we want to welcome Jay Lethal to AEW Full Gear. Go ahead and do it. I feel the exact same way. So, if you go back and watch the video, I'm pretty sure it's on their Twitter page. Mm-hmm. Tony says, well, we would like to welcome our guests and all of that, Jay Lethal, and then, like, he cuts a promo, basically, and I'm watching this video, and then I send it to Brock, and I'm like, I literally go out of messages, and then go to my, homepage, and then it gives me the usual, whoever signs is all elite. I see that, and I'm like, oh, great. So apparently his first match is against Sammy Guevara for the TNT title. Am I hoping too much to think that he would get it first try? Are you okay? That's good of me to think that, correct?
No, he's not going to get it.
I know
Because
he's not
Sammy
gonna get it.
Guevara is best friends with the Young Bucks. And that's what matters in this company.
They all worked at Ring of Honor together. He worked with Adam Cole. Yes, he did. They feuded a lot. Oh, wait, I mean...
No, they had one feud.
And with the Magic of Editing, we're back.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
As I was saying, so Jay Lethal has signed with All Elite Wrestling. Am I mad about it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he should. He should be an Impact.
Do I realize that he'll get to wrestle Bryan Danielson, Eddie Kingston, CM Punk, Adam Cole again, Adam Page?
No, he's not wrestling.
But he's not wrestling him. But just some of the names, like one that particularly comes to mind is Bryan Danielson. I think they would
He's
wrestle.
not going to wrestle.
I know he's not going to wrestle him. Eddie Kingston.
Not going to. Well, he might
He
wrestle.
might
him.
wrestle him.
He's heel.
Just some of those names I listed off. Like, am I complaining that we're going to get those matches?
No, you know what we're going to get
Absolutely
instead?
not. We're going to get him and Bobby Fish. Which I would have...
That would be a great
That
match.
would be a great match.
But no. You know what we're going to get instead?
What?
Ooh, big name star coming in. Fuck you, you're put with Cody.
I feel like that's what they're doing. I so feel like that's what they're doing, and I'm going to hate that with every ounce of my being.
You know what I'd rather see? Him versus MJF.
I would love to see that.
You know who wouldn't love to see that?
I would pay to see that.
You know who wouldn't love to see that? People who are fans of the Young Bucks. You know who would like to see that? People who are like me and like Jim Cornette.
You know what they might do? They might make him turn heel and have him, like, align himself with MJF.
Why? What would be the reason? Oh, wait, it's AEW. There is no reason. Oh, my God.
Could you imagine if he does that in AEW and it's, like,
Anyway.
completely over?
Anyway, no, it's AEW. There's no rhyme or reason for anything they do. Because they're just stupid like that.
Main event time.
Not helping me with who's participating in this.
It is for the AEW Championship. Hangman Adam Page
Woo!
versus one... What is Cornette called? Twinkle Toes McFingerbang?
Twinkle Toes McFingerbang,
Twinkle-
Kenny Olivier, the member of the Buttfuckers.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. That's a new one.
He's been sleeping on that one for a bit. What are some other ones? Shaky Head, Ultimate Warrior wannabe, the man that Harley Race whooped the ass of.
Ultimate Warrior wannabe?
Yeah. If you saw him in Ring of Honor back then, yeah. Two-Faced Lion Bitch for pulling out of a Ring of Honor show and then just going to do stuff in Japan instead. The man that Harley Race whooped at the age of 72. Kenny Omega.
So I did see some stuff. There were some good technical spots I saw from what I saw on Twitter. There were.
So does the ball. I'm trying to figure out where they have it.
I have no idea. Either way, I saw certain spots on Twitter that was like, oh, this is some good technical wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you hate him, he's somewhat of a good technical wrestler. He is. I'm not marking. I'm just saying
hang on.
that.
I will put this as a caveat. When there's someone in there that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Right, look at some of his matches in Japan. Like, Luke Louise wrestled in Japan.
Against the people that know what they're doing. Him and Kota Ibushi, they won't do that. They'll do choreographed stuff. They have done choreographed stuff against each other.
Yeah, have you watched some of their Super Junior matches?
Yeah. It ain't technical.
Well, first of all, it's Kota Ibushi. That's not going to
Exactly. That's my point. So, when he's in the ring with a Hangman, yeah, it's going to be technical. Christian? Hell yeah, it's going to be technical. Matt Sydal?
I'm trying to think of who he faced in Japan. Let's see, Okada, definitely.
Yeah, obviously technical.
Did he wrestle Naito?
Yes. I don't know Japan that well, to be fair.
I think he did wrestle Tetsuya Naito.
I would assume that would be
he definitely wrestled Hiroshi.
Then it was...
I'm pretty sure he wrestled Hiroshi.
Then that was obviously a technical match. or they were technical spots.
He did wrestle.
Dumb stuff.
He did wrestle Jericho in Japan.
And that was when Jericho could still go and he wasn't a fat slob.
That's when he was like the Painmaker, like the Painmaker, not the foe maker
Not
we
now.
can see right now.
Or pretty much since AEW started.
Like the Painmaker, not Le Champion, the Painmaker.
When Jericho could still go and still cared about, trying to protect his image.
Where you can easily change the tempo of a match like that.
Yeah. Not, when he's fat.
I mean, he was gaining a couple pounds while he was in Japan. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. So a lot of stuff was happening. A lot of interfering from Don Callis.
Go figure.
And around the finish, the Bucks come out.
I had joy talking about some of the other matches on this card. Now that we've talked about the Inner Circle and then Jay Lethal signing here and knowing that they're going to screw him up, and we're talking about Kenny Omega.
It's Jay Lethal. I feel like he can screw it up himself somehow. Sorry.
Think about what you just said. No, Jay Lethal's never the reason something gets screwed up. It's the booking of him.
That's just how Ring of Honor booked him back then.
Ring of Honor did a great job with him.
That is true, they did. I never really watched a lot of Ring of Honor.
When
he was
always presented.
When Lethal was with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he was always presented well, especially when Cornette was there.
Every time I think of Jay Lethal, I just think of him doing a woo-off with Ric Flair. That's all
TNA.
That's all, but that's the only thing I can think of.
I know.
When I think of Jay Lethal.
I can think of much better, so. But anyway.
If you ask a wrestling fan, it's like, what do you know Jay Lethal about? It's like him doing a woo-off with Ric Flair.
Or doing a Macho Man cosplay.
I forgot he did that. But
that's what his theme song is.
So prior to
it's a rock version of Pomp and Circumstance.
So prior to this match, there was a backstage segment with the Super Click and Hangman. Hangman made it very clear that if the Bucks interfered, he'd probably fucking murder them.
I'll do that for free.
Like, I'm pretty sure he made it very clear. He gave them that. If you do something wrong and it does not help me, you're gonna die. So the Bucks come out ringside.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything. There's a key plot point in the storytelling.
Is it really key plot point?
Kinda is. Because
usually it's okay. Let me rephrase it.
Go back if you want to. Go look back at some of the matches he's had as world with Kenny as world champion.
Okay, how about this?
About 150% of the time, the Bucks are interfering.
I was about
without
to say,
the ref seeing it.
Then let's phrase it this way: key stage point, story framing point,
key story framing point during the match,
staging point,
or pivot point,
framing point,
pivot point.
Pivot point, because it was
pivot
not.
Point is a very.
It was not
word.
Involved in the match's outcome at all, which is what a key plot point is.
Right, they just stood there.
Yeah, so therefore it's a staging device.
So, what happened was they just stand there ringside and don't do anything.
Correct.
Which they kind of remembered back then. Like, if we do something, he's gonna murder us. So, everything's going on. They don't do anything. Apparently, the Bucks sabotaged Kenny, which was like, that's interesting. Which you don't see a lot of.
No.
Especially during that point. We're not going to talk about that. Because I know you don't want to talk about that. I'm just going to call it that point. So
now I'm even more sad. Thanks. We've had the conversation off air about how my relationship with modern wrestling, and AEW has a lot to do with it.
Which I find really weird that it's not WWE. For someone in modern...
I don't care about it. Like, I see what they're doing, and I don't care.
The only redeeming quality of WWE right now is Roman Reigns.
And Pat McAfee.
And that's pretty much it.
And Xavier Woods.
Xavier who? Xavier who?
Rhodes. He's the safety for the Colts. That's why he's on my mind. It's a Sunday. Xavier Rhodes, or God damn it, did it again. Xavier Woods being
King of the Ring.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean,
that's all.
There's other stuff, but
as of now, that's all I could think of at WWE.
Yeah, I mean, given time, I could probably Team RK Bro,
Yeah. I
AJ
guess
and
so.
Omos, the comedy that they have between each other. Good lord, I don't know what's going on upstairs.
Oh, they must have. Okay, I have no.
Anyway,
I think I'm sorry. Who? I think you meant to say Shawn Michaels and Diesel. Modern day Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to put that point out. Either way, so the match keeps going. Match keeps going on. Another key spot in the match. Yeah, spot in the match is the right word. Hangman hits a one-winged angel
After ducking out of one.
after ducking out of one from Kenny. He hits a one-winged angel of his own, and I've seen the video of that count. Stupidly close, and I mean stupidly close. Match keeps progressing. Kenny
By the
does
way,
some dumb
is
shit.
that the first time we've seen anyone kick out of a one-winged angel, and it's Kenny out of his own move?
Well, here's the thing. Funny little tidbit: when he was in New Japan, no one ever kicked out of the one-winged angel.
No one's kicked out of it in
no one has
AEW either.
ever kicked out of a one-winged angel.
Now, we could be completely wrong, because, quite frankly, I don't care.
Well, I can think of... Well, the reason why no one's kicked out is because when I think of the one-winged angel, I think of him dropping Chris Jericho with a one-winged angel on a chair. So...
Russell Wilson just ran around like a chicken with his head cut off there.
Okay.
He actually looked like Big Ben in the pocket there for a second.
Stop.
That's
Stop.
not good.
Stop. That's making me sad.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that. Either way,
I watched that man at NC State.
he did go to NC State.
Yes, and he played.
Either way, we're getting off topic.
Sad.
We're getting off topic.
Continue.
We're getting off topic. So either way, the match keeps progressing, and then the finish happens. Not one buckshot lariat.
One to the back of the head, one to the front. Staring at each young buck before he does it.
Staring at each buck on.
Before he does
I think Matt was on.
Balding and fat fuck were on either side.
I don't know. They looked dumb as fuck during their match, and ugh.
Are you finally coming to where I am on the Young Bucks?
I mean, they're just okay.
No, that you are actively starting to hate them.
They're okay. They're just okay. Do I hate them? Yes. Are they good wrestlers?
Overrated as hell?
Are they overrated as hell?
Yes!
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes, very much so.
They're just okay. They're just okay. That's all I can say.
They're below average.
They're just okay.
Gymnast-wise, they're incredible gymnasts.
They're just okay.
As pro wrestlers,
They're just okay. They're just okay. They're just okay. They're just...
I see more
they're just-
botches from
they're just,
them.
They're just
than-
middle of the road okay. Just middle of the road okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Eh.
Keep going.
Good job. Enjoy your catering.
Keep going. That's where they need to be, is in catering.
Good job. Enjoy your catering. Or just enjoy your time as EVPs. So, Hangman hits not one buckshot to the face.
No, to the back of the head.
To the back of the head. And then he hits another one right in the kisser. The face of Kenny.
The only way this could have been sweeter if he was still using Deadeye as a finish.
The chicken wing.
No. The one where he hooks him and it's just a pile driver, but it's reversed.
Oh, a reverse pile driver?
Yeah, so your head's like where his ass is.
Oh,
and
I
he's
know what you're
sitting
talking.
down
I know what
like
you're talking
that.
about. But his submission move is called the chicken wing,
Oh, okay.
which is an amazing name for
I
it.
guess. Whatever. Anyway, no, the only way it could have been better is if he hit the Deadeye, because you get spiked on a
Oh
Deadeye.
no, I've seen it. They
Yeah.
did it in the tag team championship
Yeah.
match back in 2020,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Ooh, that's gotta hurt."
He needs to bring that back. He needs to.
Either way,
The buckshot's a great finish.
either
but
way, we have a new AEW champion. Before I say anything, can we just give them kudos to long-term booking? Can we just,
I don't know if we can. Because
Brock? Remember
some of it wasn't...
Remember the
No, let me talk.
Okay, whatever.
Some of it was out of their control because of Hangman taking time off because of an injury and other...
maternity. He was on maternity.
I know,
leave,
but he
actually.
also had an injury during that time as well.
He did?
Yes.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, he had an injury late 2020.
Oh, quick little update. Lance Archer does have a neck injury, and he's going to take all the time.
Who would have guessed that from that?
It was a neck injury. It wasn't a concussion like it originally was.
No, I could have told you he probably broke his damn neck.
So he said he's doing okay, and then everyone's like, "Good, take all the time you want." That's what I'm saying as well.
Yeah, don't, dude.
I'm not gonna talk about that. We're getting off topic.
Hey, give him fucking 2 years off, because that shit is bad.
Oh, it was bad.
Plus,
Very
when he
bad.
comes back after 2 years, there'll be a monster pop. Anyway,
so you remember back in like 2019? What I'm trying to say is that there's some long-term booking. Hangman was him and Jericho were the first people to wrestle for that title. Mm-hmm. He loses. Then we fast forward a little bit to where one of the Bucks kick him out of the Elite. Mm-hmm. Then he gets some time off with the injury and maternity leave that he took himself, mind you. Which, am I complaining that he decided to do that? No.
Because actually, it's very much benefited him.
At the time, did it mess up the main event scene in AEW? It kind of did.
Because I still don't know if there is a main event scene there.
It kind of did, because when he took leave, it was probably going to be around that time where Kenny was going to drop the title to him before he decided to take maternity leave.
Yeah.
On his own, I would like to say. And I completely...
Well, it's maternity leave, so... Maternity leave's kind of,
Yeah, I know, but...
That means BB.
Yeah, we have small child now.
We have baby Hangman. Actually, that just sounded really bad when I said that.
That sounded very...
but am I wrong?
That was a little sus.
Baby shit! Baby shit! Baby shit!
Nope, that makes it a little worse. Either way, Hangman finally, after what?
2 years.
2, 3, I think 3 years?
No,
2 or 3.
They started in 19.
About two years, he finally has that world title.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep. Well done. Well deserved. Finally. AEW has a champion that they don't... it's believable.
Another thing I'm calling back to... Jon Moxley as champion?
Look at how he dressed. If you were...
It's Jon Moxley, bro.
Tommy. If you were just flipping through the channels and you saw Moxley dressed like that, to be fair, when he had the title, he looked a little bit homeless. Could be a way to describe him.
That's just how he looked in general.
I know. But, you're going to see that, we're like, oh, this is their champion? Ew. Tommy has a wide-eyed reaction. Jericho's old, so obvious reasons why.
Hey, you like Skillet by any chance?
Okay. Oh my god, guess who won predictions overall this week?
So anyway,
follow!
Hey, save that for BTT.
Oh my god, I will gloat my ass off on BTT.
Save that for BTT. Either way, so remember in All Out back in 2019, the main marquee had Jericho, Moxley, Omega, and Hangman in that order. Notice how I said it in that order, and it was in that exact order. Those, if you look back at that marquee, that is literally the first 4 champions in AEW. Coincidence?
No.
They
knew it. Oh.
Either way, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I am too. I've loved Hangman.
So after all of this is over, Tony announced some matches.
Do you have fun?
The people don't know who watch New Japan. The people know who Minoru Suzuki is. So let's think of another wrestler. Let's take a Minoru Suzuki. Let's not give him a neck, but make him Minoru Suzuki and bald with no neck.
No, I got this. Take Wong from Marvel and make him Minoru Suzuki. And you have Tomohiro Ishii.
Tomohiro Ishii is actually making his a appearance in AEW,
which would be great
in a singles match. Yeah, too bad it's a tag match with. I'm not even going to say it.
No, you have to.
No, I'm not saying. Why would I want to say it?
Because
you know our stance on this wrestler.
Say his name.
Fine, he's tagging with Orange Cassidy and
God
facing the Butcher and the
damn it!
Blade. I feel like Mel Kiper when the Packers drafted Jordan Love.
That wasn't Mel Kiper. That was...
Yes, it was.
That was Ty.
I felt like Ty Schmidt when the Packers drafted Jordan Love.
That's such a niche reference.
He was Mel Kiper the entire draft, and
No, I
Lou
know.
Holtz for a little bit.
Yeah, he was. Well, I don't know about this, Pat. This is dumbass shit. Not bad Lou Holtz, is it?
Not bad, Lou Holtz.
I do pretty good impressions.
It's just that it's like, yay, Tomohiro Ishii is actually making he's made his rounds.
this,
He's made his rounds in the States before.
Okay, I was about to say, has he? But yeah.
Yes, he has.
But
Really, like really, you couldn't give him a singles match so he can just kick the shit out of someone?
to be fair, they gave Suzuki a singles match, and it went 10... The entire segment ran 10 minutes. That's including entrances and the celebration afterwards.
Am I mad about that? Absolutely, I am.
6-minute match for... No. Fuck you. Again, that's another reason why I have a major
That was
issue
another one
with-
where it's like,
Plus, Moxley won. Like, no. Suzuki should have won.
Suzuki should have won.
But I get it. He's your guy. He's your buddy.
Either
Whatever.
I mean,
Whatever.
like, they had TV time remaining, and they had a tight little window to
Yeah.
finish that match.
Anyway.
I'll say that was rushed. They should have waited a pay-per-view to do that match. Am I wrong for thinking that?
No,
absolutely
you're
not.
not.
I think I know why they didn't do it on pay-per-view. Probably because his tour on the States was ending. Is that the right
No.
word? I mean, he did show up in GCW for a bit.
Yeah, and he also had that match against Bryan on YouTube recently.
That's right, he did.
I think that was the beginning of his tour.
When he wrestled Moxley in Cincinnati?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Either way, it's like, really? You put no neck Minoru? That's actually a pretty good nickname. That's actually,
You put Wong.
you put Wong with... I'm not even gonna say his name because we know our stance on this person against Butcher and the Blade. Like, really,
Which, again, another tag team that we haven't gotten
like
to mention
really
before.
another tag team I could care absolutely less about in AEW.
Again, you can say that about, I don't know, 3/4 of the roster, honestly.
There's only like 3 tag teams I can care about.
FTR.
FTR, Luchas, and as much as I hate them, the Bucks. I mean,
No.
that's it.
No. Here are my 3. FTR, Proud and Powerful, 2.0, and the Acclaimed.
You actually like 2.0.
Yeah, they're really good. 2.0 is really good. And the Acclaimed, I love them. They're the perfect heels.
Oh yeah, the Acclaimed are perfect heels.
Oh, it's so good. Is it also lost on me that the entire part of the AEW roster that I like tag team wise are all heels? No, that's because all the babyface tag teams pretty much suck.
Have you never seen the Luchas heel? They're actually somewhat really good, especially Pentagon Jr.
That's game.
As much as you hate, do you hate Pentagon Jr.?
No, I hate Phoenix.
Dude, Pentagon Jr. You know why I like him? Because he could do a
Yeah.
really good spike pile driver.
Yeah, no, Penta's great. It's Phoenix. It's Rey Phoenix. He's botchy. He misses his dives a lot.
You could say that for a lot of lucha wrestlers,
Well, yeah,
especially in
again.
AAA.
Yeah, again. But-
Either way, next segment.
Actually, I think we should just call it there. Unless you want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's just talk about Flair.
All right, this is going to be one of our longer ones that we've done. So,
Well, we have to make it very quick because in about
yeah.
an hour, the game will the Sunday night game will
Yes.
start.
All right, so I guess I'll do our plug at the end
Okay.
of the new item. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
the new edition.
Yes.
BTT. I just had a major brain fart there.
We have a Twitter. There's a Twitter account.
Yeah,
Go
thank
follow
you.
it.
I wasn't even going to plug it now, but might as well. B-Card Entertainment's got a Twitter account now.
There's a Twitter account now. Go follow it, please.
Yeah, it's,
please go follow it.
It's B-Card YT.
Please go follow it.
Please.
Use code BTT to get 10% off your Ridge Wallet purchase.
Shut the hell up!
Either way, the next thing...
This segment is sponsored by HelloFresh.
This segment of Wayne is sponsored by Manscaped. Do you like your crops?
I don't know. Do you like Raid Shadow Legends?
Okay. All right, next segment. So what we decided to do today as this recording, we decided to watch a little 30 for 30. I don't know a lot of people heard about it. It's called The Nature Boy. It's about Ric Flair.
And it's... One day we're going to have to power... Me and you will have to... Because Macy won't be able to...
What?
Speak on it. Power ranking our favorite.
30 for 30s?
Yeah. It's up there for me.
You know what? It's up there for me, too. It's one of my favorite 30 for 30s.
We both...
And I have a good amount of favorite ones.
Yeah, we know each other. I think you know my favorite 30 for 30.
I'll try to remember it off air.
Yeah. And through the power of editing, we are back.
Nature Boy.
Yeah.
I've seen this multiple times.
So
we're just gonna
recorded it.
Is this the first time seeing it?
No, I've recorded it like when it first debuted and aired, and I've watched it.
What number was this of watching it?
20 maybe. I have watched it so many times.
Okay.
A lot of it in high school though. So
we've seen it a lot of times, so we
Yes.
kind of know the spot. We kind of know what spots to talk about.
Yes.
First of all, starting with
he's adopted.
he's adopted.
So, yeah. And his parents are
Weird.
the most white people you will ever see in your life.
His dad's a physician, of course.
And they are big theater nerds.
Big theater nerds. Dad's a physician.
Don't know what the mom did, besides look like nerd and...
I know, I've seen the complexion of my skin, but that's white as paper.
Yeah, well, you're... I mean,
But you know what I mean.
yeah. But, I mean... Good God.
Well,
Oh.
I remember first watching it and I was like, he's adopted?
Yeah.
Which is
It shocked me too.
Which was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I bet you his parents will know. It's like, yeah, you're adopted, by the way.
Yeah, at 10.
And
They told him
he
at
said,
10.
and he didn't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good for him.
And then he goes, I would like to say his early life, he was an attention seeker.
Do you think?
A very, very deprived attention seeker.
His parents didn't care about anything that he did.
Like, at all. Which is, honestly,
Damn.
just
Explains a lot.
it explains a lot of the actions he's done out of the ring.
As we've covered on this podcast
As we have talked about.
On this podcast before. I think it may have been the debut episode, actually.
May have been the start of the wing. Either way.
In which case, thanks, Rick.
Woo!
I mean, to be fair, Ric Flair is the reason I am a wrestling fan. To this day. Because the first ever wrestling match I watched was the Money in Bank match at WrestleMania 20...
Oh my god, he was in that match.
22, 23.
Oh my god,
where he fell and got carried out.
Oh my god, he was in that match.
Yeah. I remember where I was. I was at my cousin's house when we were watching it.
I know what match we're reviewing next.
No, I know what we're reviewing next. Or more specifically, I'm reviewing next because next week we'll talk about
the
show.
We'll talk about it.
Anyway.
Either way, so basically it goes about like what he did in college, how he basically...
He went to Minnesota to go play football.
Yeah, he went to go to Minnesota.
Also in high school, he did all the same 3 sports that I did.
Wrestling, track and field.
Football.
And football. Either way, it also talks about like how he's in college, how he basically just is like...
He's like, screw this.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
And then he meets Greg?
Well, he met his first wife.
No.
No, he also met
Gagne.
I know.
He met his first wife there.
But yeah, he also met Greg Gagne, who was playing football at the University of Minnesota,
which is Flair's teammate, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, again, dude, that entire Minnesota wrestling connection up there is insane.
So either way, they both, I guess, quit the football team, and then one is
Greg's was a little bit different. His stories.
Is that a potential dark side of the ring, I hear?
It probably should be. Just the AWA's downfall in general should be.
Either way, So Greg, Vern Gagne's son, the legend Vern Gagne, I should say.
Nah. Legendary promoter. Wrestler, he was all... I mean, he was good, but he benefited from
It's like
it being
saying
the
Stu Hart
50s.
is one of the greatest wrestlers. No, he was a better promoter than he was a wrestler. As much as I hate to say that,
No, and here's the thing. Vern also wrestled while he was promoting, which is...
I believe Stu did that as well.
Stu was done.
Oh
when he
wait, Stu was
promoting.
done by the time
Yeah.
he was promoting.
No, his kids were the ones...
Okay, either way, we're
Anyway.
getting off topic. So he goes to their camp. You know, just casually, Ric Flair was there,
Craig Gagne,
Greg Gagne,
Ricky Steamboat,
Ricky the Steamboat, Ricky
the Dragon Steamboat,
the Dragon Steamboat,
Ken Patera.
Ken Patera.
Just to name a few.
Some little no names you never heard about.
Yeah, we were looking through that list and we're just like, what the hell?
Actually, hold on. By the way, I actually could not find a list of who was there, but those were
Yeah.
like the names you could
I
think of.
found Ken Patera, and I was like,
I'm pretty sure.
How?
So those four were in his camp. So during it, they talk about like how they go up these giant flights of stairs, do fireman carries, cartwheel carries, and all that.
wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrows, and all that. And this is their first introduction to wrestling. So they're running the ropes, they're taking bumps, they're getting bruised, they're getting all the skin peeled off of them, and all that.
Because they used real ropes back then to train.
Didn't sound like it.
It was real ropes.
Either way, Rick actually quit the first time,
I wanted to go play pool.
and Greg, I guess I think that was just for
No, I think
for purposes.
from what I remember of interviews that he said, that's pretty much how it was.
That's pretty much how it was. So Ric Flair quits, and Vern asks his son, where's Flair? He was like, he quit, and so he goes to the place where he was playing pool, I guess, and then takes him out, and then open hands him,
Yeah, slaps Ric Flair.
slaps Ric Flair, and he says, "You're not quitting.
You're not a quitter.
Get your stuff. You're coming with me." And so he trains, and he said himself he wanted to quit 3 or 4 more times. And then it goes to the plane crash.
Yeah. And, wow.
I remember first listening to it, and he said, we hit the ground at like 230-something miles an
I'm
hour.
like, God!
And I was like, whoa, that's...
So when he said it again, I didn't remember it being that.
I don't remember it being
That
that
fast.
That fast either. He said we took out our trees and all
Yeah.
that. So, and then he had a compound fracture of T
10,
11, and 12, where it's like, they're spaced out. Yeah, they just straight up, like, were squished like an
Together.
together like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah. Which
Which is a
yeesh.
insanely scary thought to think.
You think?
No one died, right?
No one died. Everyone got injured.
Everyone got injured.
No, there were some pretty big names on that flight, so. You
Yeah.
either weren't big names yet or were big names
Going
at the
to
time.
be big names.
Yeah.
So while Flair's training, he thinks, or rehabbing all of these injuries. which
He's like-
God bless. He's like, I want to be the man.
He's like, I want to be Buddy Rogers.
I want to be the man.
I want to be Buddy Rogers.
Good looking, tan, blonde hair, slick back blonde. Not any kind of blonde hair. That slick back blonde hair, and just really good looking.
Yeah, and he did. He did.
And he did that. Started the
Because I know you like the dog bark woo.
the best.
All right, ready?
So either way, it starts showing Ric Flair turning into
Ric Flair. And it goes to him winning his first world title. Tommy Worley's win his first world title.
Some town called Kansas City.
Just Memorial Hall in Kansas City, Kansas.
In Kansas? Really?
That's where the main hub was at the time.
Maybe that's what he was talking about. Kansas City.
No, Kansas City, Kansas.
Right, exactly. That's probably why he talked about
yeah.
Kansas City that way.
Anyway, and who did he beat? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Continue.
So either way, it talks about, all that stuff. And it talks about, how he, lived the lifestyle and he couldn't literally just stay at home.
10,000 women.
And so what's his face asked him, how many women have you slept with? Ric Flair answered, realistically, he literally went like this. He's like, so how many women did you sleep with?
I'll ask it. So, how many women did you sleep with at this time?
Realistically, probably about 10,000.
Jesus Christ!
Which I always, you always see those like YouTube comments where it's like, la la la, and then it's yes, and then he could have said, so how many women did you sleep with?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Just yes.
Just straight yes. But no.
10% of the children running around today, I am their
have some blonde
grandparent.
hair and
Yeah.
kiss stealing, wheeling dealing,
limousine riding, jet flying,
son of a gun. He's having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Snoop Dogg also popped in this, so now we're just going to keep rapid firing through this. Snoop Dogg popped up in this documentary.
Well, because he how do I say it this way?
He's got the N-word pass. Flair's got the N-word pass based off of it.
Flair had, Flair, he was cocky, brash,
bold,
could talk shit and back it up.
AKA
he was
music in the 90s.
He was like a peacock strutting his feathers.
Yeah.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
And he strut them like no other.
Damn right.
So basically what Brock's trying to say is Ric Flair probably does have an N-word pass line
based off how Snoop has...
And he will have an eternal invite to the cookout.
Yeah, like, the way that Snoop was talking about him and, all the rappers who have idolized Flair,
again, as
it's
much
just...
as I hate to say it, look where they grew up. They wanted to idolize someone like that.
Flair, yeah, I know. I'm not saying...
Someone who's rich,
yeah,
has all the money, has all the women, has anything they want at the
snap
their fingers. Which probably did happen a lot.
Yeah. Also, a picture of Tom Brady with Flair popped up, and I'm like...
Such a weird thing
I need to hear this story. But, yeah.
Either way. And then so, like,
they contrasted the NWA. Yeah, NWA versus...
Cornette was in this...
Jimmy!
Cornette was in this
Jimmy!
30, and he basically said the best way possible, and he could not have said it any better. The NWA was basically the Boston Celtics.
Fundamental, good.
He didn't go to that part. And
he said fundamental wrestling.
Fundamental, just wrestling. And
fundamental.
And then he called the WWF/WWE
the Harlem Globetrotters.
The Harlem Globetrotters. Which, if you want to just contrast it, just say the Lakers.
But
that's what the Lakers were.
Well, no.
The Lakers were basically the Harlem Globetrotters in the 80s. They were.
No, because the Lakers actually had legitimate talent to back them up and didn't, No, because the Lakers in the 80s actually weren't just flash and weren't doing tricks. They actually could play. That wasn't the case in the WWF back then.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. You're telling me that Ultimate Warrior could do a 60-minute match?
No.
No, that's more the point
Either way, okay, that's a horrible comparison. Either way...
No, that's...
No, like, I'm calling the WWF the Lakers.
Yeah, no, that's a bad one, because...
No, but Cornette did say, like, it was like...
the Harlem Globetrotters!
It was the Boston Celtics and the Harlem Globetrotters. One was advertising to...
Me.
Someone like Brock, someone in their 20s, and then the WWF...
And blue collar.
And blue collar, and the WWF was just a kid show.
Yeah. So, Tommy, if it was modern, Tommy would gravitate towards the NWA.
I'm even now, I'm still a Ric Flair person. I will never... I know I sound like Marty Smith, but...
Oh, God, Marty Smith on this, too, was perfect.
He said it like this, and he said it the best way possible. I felt Ric Flair. I felt Ric Flair. I was never a Hulk Hogan guy.
And when Marty said that, I'm like, that is what we are missing from wrestling.
Because you don't
feel anyone is real anymore. They all feel fake.
So either way, he goes to, what, take a he's
a sports psychiatrist.
So he's a sports psychiatrist, and he does all the things, You might have to bleep this one out. How many times do you masturbate a day? And he's like, well, probably
This is the
times.
rated R program that we do here on BTT.
He's like,
on B Card Entertainment.
He's like, oh, probably 2 times. And he's like, every day. And I think he said yes.
Which I'm like, what the hell?
And it's like, I think he said yes. I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
He
2
did?
times a day, every day.
I don't think he does that anymore, but probably during this time period.
No, yes. I think he still might. It's Flair.
So, and then he goes to be like, well, how much do you drink a day? He's like,
10 beers.
he's like, hold on, how much do you drink? He's like, well, I drink 10 beers. And then when I get to the hotel, I take 4 vodkas. And then he's like, he sits up in his chair. He's like, you mean to tell me?
Or no, and he's like, how often?
How often? He's like, well, I have 10 beers. What else?
4 vodkas.
4 vodkas.
Every day.
And more alcohol every day. And then he's like, so you mean to tell me Flair said it like this, and he could have said it like, you mean to tell me you're taking this much alcohol every day, 24/7, 365?
Yeah.
He's like, well, when you're on the road, you don't understand. And it's like, I think I was the one talking to him now. He's like, Doc, you never know until you travel with me. Which, we're not going to go into length about the well-documented history of Ric Flair drinking.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to say this. The fact that this man has a functioning liver at the age he is right now is astonishing.
Even while competing in a drinking contest, going shot for shot with Andre the Giant.
He went toe-to-toe with another famous drinker, like you said, Andre the Giant.
Which, God damn!
Did Andre end up winning that, or did Andre lose?
I think Andre.
I don't remember. Yeah, we'd have to watch the Andre.
I don't remember, but
like he went toe-to-toe with another famous drinker in Andre the Giant.
Anyway.
Either way, and then it goes to,
his first marriage failed.
His first marriage failed, and then he had his second marriage, which was Reed and Ashley.
Mm-hmm. The first one was David and Megan, which Megan never got into the wrestling.
Megan looks a lot like her mom.
Yeah.
A lot, and I mean a lot. David looked like his dad.
Yeah. Megan never got involved in the wrestling business, which, I mean,
fine. More
power to her.
If that's not for you, which it clearly isn't.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Meanwhile, the other three all competed.
They all competed.
And were on national television at some point.
Yep. So either way,
which is crazy to think about.
So either way, it goes into his time leaving WCW.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Screw you, Jim Herd.
And then going to the WWF, where it was like, that was such a foreign thing to think during that time.
Yeah. And it sucked there.
Ric Flair leaving for the enemy, like Jim Ross said.
And then it sucked there. Then he goes back to WCW with Hulk Hogan.
Now, hold on. Prior to him wrestling Hogan in WCW,
they do house shows.
They were building up a match between Hogan and Flair the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this was also during the time where WWF wasn't really financially stable. So, they needed to put some money in the account real quick and put them on house shows. Like 10 times. Just for a quick thing cash. So like Flair said, and like we said, it diluted the fact that this was happening. And then it happened in WCW. Hogan won.
Ugh. Again, that one's on Bischoff, which, again, that might need to be a Dark Side of the Ring too. Bischoff's tenure.
All of WCW, you mean?
No, Jim Herd, Bischoff.
Yeah.
But,
the fall of WCW. I mean, hold on. The Monday Night War has well documented.
So, Flair then talks about his time in WWE, where he regains his confidence.
So the second time,
yes,
where, as much as I hate to say it, kind of like Shawn Michaels, like how he lost his smile, he
lost his confidence.
He lost his confidence.
He got it back,
and then got it back with Triple H, a young Randall Keith, and
Drax,
Batista.
Yeah, Blue Tista. But he wasn't wearing blue, so he wasn't Blue Tista yet.
The Deacon.
Oh my God. Leviathan.
Either way, so we're getting off track. So he goes with Evolution, and then around, 2008?
Yeah, WrestleMania 24 in Orlando,
Florida. I feel like that wasn't a Flair decision for him to retire.
No, it wasn't. It was Vince.
It was a Vince decision.
It was.
Which, for him at that time, it was like, no, absolutely not. I will not retire. But I feel like Vince told him personally, it's like, it's time.
Yep.
Would it have been better if he beat Shawn Michaels as a retirement match and said, I'm done after this? Yes.
But
But
it's Flair.
it's
and,
Flair and Michaels.
and the government needs money.
To be fair, I'm gonna fucking cry thinking about this match right now. That image of Michaels literally
I'm sorry.
the perfect.
I started crying too.
The perfect camera. That's like out of the most recent history of WWE. That is the most perfect camera work ever.
I'm sorry.
A close shot of Shawn Michaels saying, "I'm sorry. I love you," and then a wide of him super kicking Flair.
Flair wants to fight. Oh, super kick.
And then Flair wanting to like be like, "Come on," and then like all that. It's like
it's great.
perfection.
Anyway,
It's not cut.
yeah. It then goes to his brief time in TNA and breezes over that, which is probably for the best.
The less said, the better about TNA.
Except, whoo!
Oh, they didn't do that.
I know, which is a shame.
Which sucks.
Oh well. But then they talk about Reed, which, by the way, you want to talk about what could have been in wrestling, in modern wrestling?
Yes, what could have been in modern wrestling. Reed Flair.
There are two, especially, and they're multi-generation stars. Reed Flair and Richie Steamboat, the son of Ricky Steamboat.
That's right.
He got injured. So we're going to have to watch like some early NXTs to watch him. Tommy, he was so good.
So either way, it talks about Reed Flair,
and
the youngest of the Flairs.
yeah, and what happened with him.
Like, he had a knack for the business. Like,
he was good.
Evident as a kid in WCW.
Yeah.
One of the greater segments of all time in WCW. Changed my mind.
No, it is. Anyway, but yeah, and goes over what happened with
And then
Reed.
he goes to Japan where he's getting paid $8,000 a show.
A week
in US dollars.
Which, good God, I'd take that.
Which is like, whoa, that's a crazy thing. And then if he kept clean with all that stuff, he'd making $10,000 a week.
Which
is just crazy to think. But the problem is that he kind of was like his dad.
Mm-hmm.
He needed attention. So what does he do? He does what his dad did. Shrink. Wait.
Yeah, he did.
And then he did a little worse. He did.
Yeah.
He did the hard stuff.
We're gonna breeze over this because
he did the hard stuff. He passes away.
Yeah.
ODing. Prior to this, Reed goes to NXT. He fails a couple tests, and then Triple H is like, since this is you, I'll do it again. And then the second time around, it was worse.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reed, voice crack.
Started to tear up.
Reed OD'd, and then that's what led to Ashley basically doing it for Reed.
Becoming Charlotte.
Becoming Charlotte Flair.
And that's how it pretty much ends. It's just Flair just saying how proud he is of Charlotte.
And as a joke, and it was kind of true, he was basically putting his daughter over. Which is
100%.
Am I mad about that?
No.
During this time, no, I was not mad that he was putting his daughter over.
About 6 years later?
About 6 years down the road to now, it's like, that's not pretty. You know?
Anyway.
It's like, that's not pretty. Other than that,
I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's a great documentary.
I love this 30 for 30. There's so many other 30 for 30s that I love, but this one was I just love this one.
Mm-hmm. So next week,
I'm going to be in New Orleans.
So we already know how we're doing BTT. That's been next week. That's been ironed out already.
Well, I'm still here this
No.
week.
I know. Following week.
I leave the Sunday of the Sundays we record these.
So
on the 21st, I will not be here.
So
what are you gonna do? I say we just take the week off.
No, I'll do it by myself, and I know what I'm already gonna review because I've had it in the can for a bit.
Okay. Are you gonna release the draft?
No, because we've already done something better than that. So next week on Wayne, I will be reviewing by myself. Can't believe I'm about to say this.
What are you going to be doing? This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
I will be reviewing an episode of WWE Superstars from 2011.
What?
Yep.
An episode of
Superstars from 2011. They are free on YouTube.
Okay, you have fun with that.
Oh, I will, because I know which one I'm going to do. It's the match between Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. Ooh, or I could do the one
No,
that's Daniel Bryan versus William Regal.
That was a match on Superstars?
Yes, it was.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, either way,
Yeah, but that's what it is. Tommy already mentioned it. We have a new Twitter account for B-Card Entertainment.
Go follow it. Use a Ridge
do.
wallet.
No, shut up!
Buy a Ridge wallet.
No, we're not sponsored by Ridge Wallet.
Hey, Ridge wallet, if you'd like to sponsor us, go ahead.
Yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor us, please.
Raid Shadow Legends?
Okay,
I don't play
no,
it, but
maybe not.
They like to sponsor
not
literally
there.
everyone.
BTT Tuesday, Tommy has to listen to a song because he's lost predictions.
Can I like record myself listening to it?
No, well, so that Tuesday during the day,
so you
I'll
have
be
to,
here.
You had to
yeah.
physically record me watching. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because it'll be posted.
Is there a music video for it?
I have no idea.
If there is, can I just watch that like 2 or 3 times?
No. You've got to listen to the song.
How many times do I have to listen to it? Once or twice?
We'll do it. How many times did you listen to your favorite track on Donda? When it first came out, that first week?
I had multiple songs that I kept listening to.
On average of those, how many did you listen to? Like the really good ones on Donda.
The ones I have saved on my playlist?
Yes. That first week.
The first week?
Yes.
That's a tough question.
Because the other option is
I could pull the flare and be like, realistically? About 10,000. Like you said it.
Because here's the other option. Every moment that you would listen to a song at work or in the car or whatever, you have to listen to it. That's the other option.
What? What does that mean? Wait, what?
Until Tuesday.
I had to listen to just Skillet.
Just Skillet. So
I had to. So you mean to tell me I'm going to have to listen to Skillet for a day?
well, no, or just review that song. Those are your options.
I'll take the easy one. I'll just review it.
Okay.
And just listen to it once.
Nah, you got to listen to it multiple times.
How many times?
I've listened to it 3 times.
Okay, then I'm doing it 3 times,
Yeah.
and that's it. I'm
Yeah,
only
that's fine.
doing it 3 times.
Unless you really like it, it actually is a pretty good song.
I'm only doing it 3 times.
But yeah, well, that will be Tuesday. I can't wait for that. Macy's gonna be so mad.
I wanted you to eat Swedish fish so bad. I was gonna be like, all right. I'm gonna have Macy like literally hold you down and be like,
Who's gonna be recording? Her?
It's gonna be an audio recording. You could definitely hear me struggling. Either way,
No, we had to record.
either way.
Visual, but
It's for real though. We do have a new Twitter account.
Please.
follow it. Brock will
Please.
link it in the description.
it's actually should be the one tweeting out the video link. Hopefully, if everything gets moved over on it.
Okay.
But overall, this week of wrestling, of course, the Nature Boy documentary, we were thoroughly entertained because it's Ric Flair.
Full Gear, certain points was entertained.
It's
Certain points. Notice how I said certain points.
again, that's the thing with my problem with AEW, dude. It's so up and down. There's no middle ground.
WWE has been like that for the past, I don't know how.
No, WWE is the middle. It has middle ground.
WWE
It's just everything is middle ground.
Right now, everything's just middle ground.
Yeah, except in AEW, it's either holy shit, that was great, or oh my god, this is terrible. There's no in between.
WWE was like that for a couple of years.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's the thing, though. It's
I
like
know.
WWE was like that a couple of years ago.
So that means AEW is going to be in the middle and nothing's great.
So AEW is kind of in that road where it's like they're
They're going to be middle of the road, which does not bode well for them.
I mean, I think by next year they're going to be on TBS instead of TNT.
Which maybe will
Hockey
help.
because of
Yeah.
should help because they don't have to deal with.
Well, I'm also thinking more houses get that. If you have a Tenna, you can still get TBS.
Okay.
Anyway,
Other than that, this has been this edition of Wayne.
we are not entertained.
I've been Tommy Haley.
I've been Brock Gordon. And until Wednesday, when Big Time Talkers comes out, we will see you all then.
Ciao.
Where Tommy will have to review Skillet. So until then, good night, everybody.